Greetings, everybody. Welcome to this edition of the Media Files. Yes, here we are in part 2 of the horror shelf. We got quite a bit to go through. I hope you guys enjoy this new angle. And so here it is. We have kids, Stephen King, John Carpenter, Hitchcock, and TV. Wonder what all of that consists of. Well, find out next here on the Media Files. Alrighty, so here we go. So I just managed to pull the stuff that was in the back here towards the front. We'll get those taken care of and out of the way first. So real quick, so here we have Ghostbusters, the animated series, which is the first 5 volumes. If I can find volumes 6 through 10, then that will be the entire series. Or if I find the complete series, I'll get rid of this. Then we have, we'll save those for the TV. Well, I guess we can start off with the kids then. So technically that's kids, the Ghostbusters. Let's see here. So we have, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. The first ever Goosebumps live action movie, starring Jack Black. And then we have Goosebumps 2. I've yet to watch the second one. I watched the first one. It was really good. Hope there's a third. Then we have Alvin and the Chipmunks, Batmonk. Then we have a double feature of Alvin and the Chipmunks meet the Wolfman and meet Frankenstein. That's awesome. Then we have, let's see here. Then we have a little Scooby-Doo section. We have Scoob. Yeah, I love this movie. This was so good. Really, really well done. And it's just like the old TV series. The original TV series. Then we have the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, the complete series. Then we have What's New Scooby-Doo, the complete first season. Then we have Monster House, with a really cool slipcover here with the pinwheel that can change the who comes out the door in the movie. I've yet to actually watch it, though. Then we have the Hotel Transylvania movies. So here we have the first movie, all directed by the guy who did the Samurai Jack movies. Then we have Hotel Transylvania 2. Big giant homage to the Universal Monsters, by the way. Then we also have Hotel Transylvania 3. So, speaking of Ghostbusters, well, we have the first movie and the second movie in the original Ectoplasma DVD set, along with the movie scrapbook. If you can get this, get it. It's awesome. Then we have the all-girl version. Bill Murray's idea, by the way, for those of you that didn't enjoy it. Then we have Ghostbusters Afterlife. So good. I cannot wait for Ghostbusters Firehouse, which I believe is what they're calling the 5th film that comes out next year. Then we have the 25th anniversary of Casper. Really, really good. Some of the effects still hold up to this day, and it's 30 years old now. Jeez. Yeah, makes me feel old. This came out when I was a kid. Then we have Toy Story of Terror. Yeah, I have yet to watch this. I think my wife actually got that for me at a yard sale for $1. I'm like, sweet. Then we have another Jack Black kid movie. We have A House with a Clock in Its Walls. Yeah. Directed by Eli Roth, of all people. I'm like, oh, okay. That'd be interesting. Then we have Paranorman, with the really cool slipcover there. It's all embossed and everything. It's awesome. You can find it with the slipcover. Do it. Then we have, of course, Beetlejuice. Yeah. Nice model. Honk honk. My favorite line in that movie. And finally, to round off the kids, we have some more Goosebumps. We got the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Yeah. Really hoping I can find the Haunted Mask and the Haunted Mask 2, because those were two of my favorite episodes. Alright, so those kids are all done finally, thank God. So now let's move into the adult section. Yeah, the rest of this is all for the adults. Get the kids out of the way. They've got their own selection. They can go watch what they want. Alright, so first off, let's get into a very small section up here at least. My M. Night Shyamalan collection. At least up here. There's only 3 movies, but the rest are all downstairs. Here we have his latest release, a knock at the Cabin, starring Dave Bautista. Then we have the Vista Series 2-disc edition of The Sixth Sense. Yeah, loaded with extras, by the way, and really, really, really good set to get. I mean, you know, even if you have the original DVD, that's still good enough. But I don't know why. I think the picture quality on this one's a little bit better. Then we have one of my only 4Ks that I have. We have Old. Yeah, with the slipcover. That's all embossed. It's creepy, too. That movie was so good. Then just a random movie that just fit right here on the shelf. We have He Knows You're Alone. Yeah, I've never seen this. Kind of reminds me a little bit, at least the cover of it kind of reminds me of like those 80s, sorority girl movies like Sorority Camp or whatever. What is it? What is that movie called? Sorority Row. That's it. All right, so now we have a fairly reasonably sized Stephen King collection. Yeah. Now the rest of it is all downstairs, so we will have to wait. All in anticipation, right? All right, so even though it's not really a movie, but technically it kind of is. But here we have the Nightmares and Dreamscapes miniseries. Yeah, this is actually a really, really good series. Loads of they're basically just like individual episodes, but there's one episode on here that I know it revolves. I think it has like miniaturized choppers or something like that. Visual effects done, at least for some of that scene, by Ryan Weber. If a lot of you guys know who he is, he did the Ryan vs. Dorkman lightsaber shorts and also won an Emmy for it. So there you go. Then we also have the 2-film collection of Dr. Sleep and The Shining. Great double bill. Then we have the miniseries of the Tommyknockers. Yeah. So here, I've never actually seen this, but what can I say? I mean, these were always on USA all the time and around Halloween time. Then we have Stephen King's Storm of the Century, which is the complete miniseries. This is the edition you want to get if you're getting it on DVD, because this has also been released in like one of those multi-pack sets, and this actually has a commentary by Stephen King, and which is only on the single disc edition. So there you go. If you want that little bonus feature, that's something that you can only get with this edition. Then we have one of the more controversial movies, which some people think it is. We have the 2-disc edition of The Mist. I remember seeing this in theaters, and of course, I remember there was about me and your spouse and about 3 or 4 other people, so the theater wasn't that packed. Of course, there was this one scene where this girl was complaining. She's like, "This movie's boring as hell." And I'm like, okay. And then sure enough, 2 seconds later, there's the jump scare. So, all right. So up next, we have Stephen King's Thinner. Yeah. I have not seen this yet. Actually, I just got the book recently, and I've never actually read it. Then we have the 2004 miniseries of Salem's Lot. I still need to track down the movie, and as also the Return to Salem's Lot, both movies. Then we have Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. Yeah, I think I got this for $1 or something like that. So, but also features cameos by Stephen King and, of course, Clive Barker. So, yeah, there we go. I'm like a little Mick Garris kitty cat action. Then we have one of his only sci-fi shows that he's come out with. But here we have the Running Man. This is the Artisan DVD. This obviously is out of print, so if you can actually find this with the original cover, get it. Now, it has been re-released, many times over, so if you're a completist and you'd like to have different editions, especially to get the Artisan, get it, because those are hard to find. All right, up next, we have everybody's favorite adaptation, the most anticipated one. We have The Dark Tower. Yeah, I know a lot of people really hated this movie because it was nothing like the books or whatever, but bit of a spoiler. If you've read the books, then you watch the movie. The movie is literally a sequel to the books. If you actually know your extreme detail, you know what happens, and you can actually figure it out. All right, then up next, we have It. Yeah, the first of the rebooted movies, which I'm actually yet to watch. I don't know why. Then we also have It Chapter 2. And that basically rounds it out for the Stephen King collection. Now we're going to get into just a small John Carpenter section here. The rest of his movies are downstairs. So here we have the special edition of The Fog. Now, there's actually 2 editions of this on DVD. There's this edition, and then there's another edition, which is the exact same thing. The only difference is that it actually has a blue cover instead of a green cover. Contents are all the same. Then we have the Scream Factory edition of The Fog. This is awesome. This is the one to get. Absolutely loaded with bonus features, by the way. Then we need to go from The Fog into, one of my favorite movies out of Carpenter's career, Vampires. I absolutely love this movie. It's so badass, too. I mean, you got James Woods starring in it. I need to get the collector's edition of this, because this thing is pretty much bare bones. There's really not much on it. I mean, at least it has the commentary on there. I mean, that's at least one thing. So, what can I say, though? It's James Woods, and one of his most badass roles ever. Then we have the original snapper case of In the Mouth of Madness. Yeah, I've not actually seen this yet. So, what can I say? Need to get the special edition of this too. Hopefully one day if I find all special editions, I'll replace all of the bare bone versions with the Scream Factory editions at some point. Then we have Carpenter's last film that he's actually made. We have The Ward, starring former Mrs. Johnny Depp. Yeah, what can I say? I've not seen this yet, but hey, figured, for 50 cents, why not give it a try? So, all right, that's it for John Carpenter. Now let's go into what he considers his role model, a very small, at least upstairs, Alfred Hitchcock collection. Yeah. So, we're going to start things off here with the movie entitled Hitchcock, starring Anthony Hopkins. This movie is basically about where he finds the book Psycho, and it's basically about him trying to make the movie Psycho. And he has a lot of problems, and there's obviously a lot of behind-the-scenes issues with him and whatnot, but such a good movie. And if you like this, there's another movie called, I believe it's called My Girl, or The Girl, or something like that, where Toby Wilkins stars as Hitchcock, but it's about the Burns. Then we have some very hard to find sets from the Universal Legacy series. We have the 2-disc special edition of Psycho. Yeah, these are very hard to track down, and you can see why. Very limited amount of these were released, and I love this stuff. I don't care if I have multiple editions of Hitchcock movies because sometimes there may be a bonus feature on there that's exclusive to a certain set. Then we also have Vertigo. Yeah, this was awesome. I love this movie. It's probably my second favorite of Hitchcock's movies and whatnot. Then we have Topaz. Yeah, starring Sarah Frederick Stafford and John Forsythe. This is actually part of the Hitchcock Masterpiece series. I do have one more thing of Alfred Hitchcock, which I have not brought out here. I should probably do that here in just a few minutes. So here, then we have the 50th anniversary edition of North by Northwest. So good. Then we have my only season of this show. We have Alfred Hitchcock Presents Season 1. I think they went up to Season 6, but the last season never got released here in the States. I think it's only a UK release. Then we go into some Bates Motel. Yeah, so here we have the first season. This is the more modern adaptation of it, starring Freddie Highmore from August Rush. And we also have Season 2 with the slipcover, by the way, which is awesome. So let me go get that one Alfred Hitchcock thing real quick, and I will be right back. All right, so speaking of the Matt Topaz here, I have the vinyl Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. This thing is, not vinyl, but it's the velvet. And this set is awesome. What can I say? This took me forever to get. I don't know why, but if you can ever get this, get it, because this thing is obviously out of print, and make sure you take good care of it, because this thing is very rare, and I like to keep it inside of a case. That way it keeps it, all dust free and all that stuff. So we will look at this puppy at another time. All right, so with that, let's work our way to the behind shelf. Yeah, well, ta-da! All right, so here we have basically all TV-related shows that are all kind of horror-based and whatnot. So first off, we have the first season of Stranger Things in this really cool VHS replica box, which is awesome. I know season 2 was released like that. I don't think season 3 was. I think it was just released in your standard DVD case, but I have never seen it on shelves. So then up next we have the Netflix anime series entitled Castlevania. Yeah, produced by Adi Shankar, who's done loads of great stuff, including the Judge Dredd remake, and he's done some other cool stuff. Now, there is a new series called Castlevania Nocturne that is on there now, on Netflix. Then we have Season 4. I have Season 1, but I do not have Season 3. So once I find Season 3, then I'll have all 4 seasons of the original series. Then we have probably one of the best video game adaptations ever. We have The Last of Us. This is so damn good. This is how you do an actual TV series based on a game. Then we have from El Rey Studios, we have From Dusk Till Dawn, Season 2. Then we have Season 2 of Hannibal. Yeah. Then we're going to go into more of like an anthology series of movies, but, what can I say? This stuff is awesome, and I love it. All right, so first up, we have, from the Masters of Horror series, we have Cigarette Burns, directed by John Carpenter. This one, I thought I had another one of those somewhere. Yeah, here it is. For some reason, I thought I had one and it was missing somewhere. Actually, there's 2 of them that are missing. Oh well, I'll get those later. All right, so then when we get to that series, we'll show that one off. All right, so then up next we have The Fair-Haired Child. Set that up there for now. Then we have, okay, actually, let's do that again. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into some anthology horror here. Now, yes, these are all movies, but I kind of consider them to be more like TV shows because that's kind of where they were shown. And these were never theatrically released because each of them are only roughly about 55 to 60 minutes. So, first off, we have from John Carpenter, we have Cigarette Burns. This movie is so weird, it's creepy, it's awesome. Let's see here. Then we have from Stuart Gordon, we have Witches in the Dream House. From John Landis, who did American Werewolf in London, we have Deer Woman. Yeah. Then here we have from the creator of this awesome series, Mick Garris, we have Chocolate. Yeah, starring Elliot from E.T. Then we have from Don Coscarelli, Incident on and Off a Mountain Road, the director of Phantasm, and, of course, Bubba Hotep. Then we have from the Fair-Haired Child, from director William Malone. This is one of the last episodes, but there's only a handful more that I need to find it, because I used to have all 13 of them, and I sold them all at one point. Imprint is very hard to find. That's the Takashi Miike movie. Then we move on to season 2, because you'll notice that the spines will be different. So here we have from starring Jeffrey Combs and Stuart Gordon, we have The Black Cat. If you notice the top there, that's the second season because, well, the spine is obviously different and they're all consistent. Then we have from Clive Barker, actually also from Mick Garris, we have Valerie on the Stairs. From John Landis, we have Family, starring George Wendt from Cheers. Yeah. Then we have from Dario Argento, we have Pelts. From John Carpenter, we have Pro-Life. From the director of Wrong Turn, Rob Schmidt, we have Right to Die. From Ernest Dickerson, the director of Bones and Demon Knight, we have The V Word. Yeah, I've not seen this one yet. But hey, we're going to say, it's got Michael Ironside in it, so that's good enough for me. Then we have, from director Toby Hooper, we have The Damned Thing. And finally, we have, from Joe Dante, The Screwfly Solution. Yeah, need to get all the stickers off of there. And that's all I really have at this point. Let's see, I think there's like 13 films total in both series, so I have the majority of it, but there's still several more that I need to track down. All right, so up next we have the complete first series of Salem. Yeah, based on the Salem Witch Trials. I've never actually seen this, so that'll be an interesting watch. Then we have the first season of Sleepy Hollow. I remember watching this. This was actually pretty good, and I should have gotten the other 3 seasons when I saw them for like $5 a piece, and I didn't get them at the time, which sucks. Alright, then we have a series that I really need to get on. So here we have the first season of Supernatural. Yeah, I've never actually watched this. I heard it's great and whatnot, but yeah, like I said, it's awesome movie. Starring Jared Padalecki and of course Jensen Ackles. Of course, Jared went on to do the Friday the 13th remake. Of course, Jensen Ackles, well, he went on to voice one of my favorite Batmans of all time, which is awesome. Then, of course, we have season 2. And that's all I've got. I really need, there's like 15 seasons of that, and that's going to take me a while to track all that down. Then we have, of course, from David Lynch, we have the special edition first season of Twin Peaks. Yeah, I've never watched this. I know probably some people out there will probably say, well, how have you never watched Twin Peaks? I just haven't. And then we also have the final season, or rather in this case, the second season of Twin Peaks. Yeah. Now, I also do have the movie Fire Walk With Me. That's on the Criterion set. Now, I know that the edition that you really want to get is the definitive gold box set, which I want to get, because if I do find that, I'll replace these sets with that set. Because everything that's on here is on that set. Then we go into some Showtime, yeah. So here we have the complete first season of Dexter, yeah. Never watched it. So we'll have to, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've got that I haven't had time to watch. Then we have Dexter, the complete second season. Then we have the fifth season on Blu-ray. Yeah. Then we have a double feature from the Tales of the Crypt series. We have Bordello of Blood and, of course, Demon Knight. Yeah. That was the debut film of The Crypt Keeper. Yeah. Hello, kitties. I love that show. It's awesome. Alrighty, so now we're going to get into my second anthology horror series. This one's actually been going on for a little bit longer because Masters of Horror only lasted for 2 seasons. So far, I think they're up to I think the 5th series. I think I'm not quite sure. But here we have the After Dark Horror Fest, which kind of was like an idea, kind of a similar where you get multiple directors to shoot, kind of like make their own movies, and they're all roughly about, they're all full length, but you have a different take on each one. All right, so we'll start with the first one up here up top. It just makes things easier. This is from the second series. We have The Deaths of Anne Stone. Yeah. What can we say? And Stan Winston did some of the makeup and the creature effects on this, which is awesome. All right, so up next we have The Abandoned. Then we have Dark Ride. It doesn't really say who directed what on the front cover, so I think these are a lot of. It kind of started off almost. I think you see a lot of these. I think on the Shudder channel. I think. Then we have, of course, the Hamiltons. Then we have Penny Dreadful, which kind of reminds me a lot of The Hitcher, kind of. Then we have Reincarnation, directed by Takashi Shimizu, of the Grudge franchise. Now, I believe we're on to season 2. And so now we have Frontiers. Yeah, you can tell it's a movie gallery because it's in Spanish. Then we also have Unearthed. We have Tooth and Nail. Then we have a multi-pack collection, which has the entire After Dark Horror Fest 3rd series, which features Autopsy, The Broken, Slaughter, The Butterfly Effect 3, Perkins, Dying Breed, From Within, and Voices. Now, I'd like to get all of these individually because there's no bonus features on these multi-packs. It's just the movies. Yeah, a lot of these actually had bonus features, which later on, when they would put them all together, they'd get rid of all the bonus features, which is stupid. So now we're going on to my last 2 in this series from After Dark Horror Fest Series 4. We have Kill Theory. And then we have Zombies of Mass Destruction. Yeah. And finally, we have a multi-pack set. Yeah. A 50 cheapo set of pure terror. Yeah. Oh, with 50 great movies. you can pause that to read everything. But yeah, what can I say though? This thing was, I think I got this at like for $1, I think somewhere, because nobody wanted it. I'm like, oh, okay. But what's great about it is that they're all in these paper sleeves, as always. And then, of course, you have the booklet there, which basically just tells you everything that's on each disc. So yeah, if I could try to hunt down more of these multi-packs, I will, because these are awesome. Because sometimes they'll have stuff in here which are exclusive to certain sets, which are awesome. Yeah. All right, and that completes the second shelf. So we've only got one more shelf to go, and well, this is the one that I like to call the leftovers. So we will get into the third and final shelf of the first horror shelf, and then we will be making our way downstairs. All right, so that wraps up the. Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot a couple things. Hang on a second. And finally, yeah, I forgot about these two for a brief second. Then here we have The Strain, the complete third season. And we also have from the Shudder streaming service, we have the third season of Creep Show. So yeah. Quite a huge number of stuff. Alright, so that completes the look at the second shelf. Yeah. So, next time we will be looking at part 3, which is what I would like to call basically my leftovers. Yeah, as in everything is just kind of completely random, and there's not a really whole lot of everything that's kind of connected, because, well, that's how both shelves kind of basically ended up kind of being. Alrighty, so that's it from me to you for now. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and with that, I'll see you later.